Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day to everyone. So, how are you? Okay, so before I'm going to start and present my presentation, let me ask you with how are you? Are you safe there? Are you okay? Yan, so I hope you are safe and sound there wherever you are. Saan mang lupalo pa yun ng mundo pagkatapos ng mga nagdaang bagyo. Ayan. Yan, so let's pray that we can already meet for the next day. And let's pray for our safety even sa ating bansa and for our safety against the calamities and typhoons. Okay. Okay, so again, this is a video recorded presentation. So last time we discussed about the another dance. We have the theater dance. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about cheer dance. So cheer dance that includes the timeline or the revolution of how cheer dance evolved, the components of cheer dance, the elements of cheer dance, and of course the different segments in cheer dance. Now let's start first with the timeline of cheer dance. Ayan. So when we say cheer dance, for a short description about cheer dance, so it is a dance wherein you are going to do with a vocal. It's either with a vocal cheer. Ayan, yung mga ginagawa natin last time after the, during our intrams last month. Ayan. So you are going to cheer with your yells, with your movements or actions. Ayan. So that is your cheer dance. And dito naman, it was started on the late 19th century or the late 1990s. It is one of a part of cheerleading events. So it is happened in schools. It can also be done through a community wherein it is a combination of sports and dance. So always remember that in sports and dance, kasali lagi dito ang cheer dancing. Again, when we say a cheer dance is always a relative of sports and dance. So, paano nga pa naging related ang cheer dance sa sports dance? Of course, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina during our intrams, ayan, so we are supporting our players from the different fields or from the different games through a cheering and a movement or dancing. Ayan, so it is a one categories of international cheerleading competition. Ayan, so we have also the different techniques in cheer dancing. So this includes cheerleading, and this time, noong 1990s, hindi pa kasali dito yung stunts and advanced gymnastics. Again, noong 1990s, hindi pa kasali dito yung advanced gymnastics skills and stunts. Ayan. So let's start with 1870s. Ayan. So during this time, on the 1870s, ito yung nagkaroon sila ng pep club wherein there are a lot of student-led organizations or student-led association wherein the students are going to dance, they're going to lead dance, cheer dance rather, and it was established at the Princeton University. Again, a pep club is a student-led organization wherein they're going to promote the community enthusiasm and passion through dancing, and it is a cheer dance in the Princeton University. Kailan naganap to? On 1870s. Next one is on 1880s. So ito naman yung they started with the organized yell. Again, on 1880s they started it with a yell which was recorded same university, the Princeton University. Again, on 1880s nagkaroon sila ng yell wherein it was recorded on the Princeton University. Yun yung tandaan nyo. On 1880s it is the organized yell. Ayan. So let's focus on the keywords and key concepts during in every years of evolution from this cheer dance. Ayan. And then on 1990s, wait, my presentation. What happened? Ayan, so that is on 1880s. So let's jump to the year of 1890s. So this time naman, ito yung nagkaroon sila ng organized cheerleading which was associated or initiated at the University of Minnesota. And ito yung school wherein they have this cheerleading, and the title of their cheer is a fight song. Okay, and then dito rin nag-umpisa yung megaphone, the materials wherein or equipments that they are going to use for a music and a cheer. They use megaphone as a use in a day of cheerleading. So it was megaphone began in 1898. Again, megaphone began in 1898, I mean. And on 1990s naman, okay, so this is the continuation of a megaphone. Yan, so naging popular na yung megaphones as a use of in cheerleading. And then it is also the first cheerleading fraternity was organized. When we say fraternity, this is a group of, for example, this is a group of people, members of a association, organizations that promotes a community, mutual support, ayan, for something like they have this common goal. And dito sa cheerleading, they have this cheerleading fraternity. Ayan. So that is on 1990s. Let's go naman sa mga 1910s. Ayan, so this time naman, ito yung may mga tradition sila which was done on the United States, specifically or mostly sa United States. So this is the tradition of a people during this day. So they have this, the homecoming. Okay, so ang tandaan nyo dito is during the on 1910, ayan, so they have this homecoming ceremony or events wherein yung mga alumni and mga current students, they are going to celebrate about how the cheerleading started, and it was held at the University of Illinois. Ayan, again, so on 1910, they have this tradition called homecoming wherein the alumni and the current students are going to celebrate about the origin or the revolution of cheer dance at the University of Illinois. So that is 1910. So let's go naman with the 1920s. Okay, so dito, women has a big part because they became an active in cheerleading. Ayan, so with the use of microphone, with the events of celebration of cheer dance, ayan. So it was the continuation of how the woman became an active in cheerleading. So it was also in the University of Minnesota wherein the cheerleaders incorporates. Okay, so dito naman nag-umpisa yung gymnastics and tumbling. Again, on 1920s, always remember, quote and unquote, take notes nyo dyan sa mga take notes nyo that this is the beginning of a gymnastics and tumbling. Again, gymnastics and tumbling. So on 1930s naman, this is time wherein ito naman yung mga nagkaroon na ng wait lang. Ito naman yung nagkaroon na ng, let's say, the use of pom-poms. Yan. So when we say pom-poms, these are the props wherein we are going to put it in our hands. Ayan. So you know what pom-poms na. Ayan. So ginagamit nyo yan when you are going to cheer. Ayan. So it can be a paper, colored paper. Ayan. It can be also yung mga straw. Ayan. And different kinds of materials na pwedeng maging pom-poms. Ayan. So during the 1930s, always remember the use of a pom-pom. So it takes us to done on 1930, pom-pom. Pom-pom routines. Again, ayan. So pom-pom is on 1930s. Let's go naman sa 1940s. So this time naman, it was on 1940s, this was the time wherein the first cheerleading company was founded by Lawrence R. Herkiner of Dallas, Texas, USA. Ayan. So cheerleading company was founded by, again, Lawrence R. Herkimer. Again, Lawrence R. Herkimer. Wherein, the first national organization for cheerleaders, it is the American Cheerleaders Association, was also formed by Bill Horan. Again, ang first cheerleading company is by Lawrence R. Herkimer, while the first national organization for cheerleaders wherein it is the American Cheerleaders Association was by Bill Horan. So on 1940s, we have these two people who gave the impart during this year. So we have Lawrence R. Herkimer and Bill Horan. So let's jump on 1950s. So during this time naman, it was when we have these workshops. Ayan. So on 1950s, quote and unquote, we have these workshops wherein the college cheerleaders will be conducting a workshop. So when we say workshops, they're going to teach, facilitate, educate, and impart to the members na attend sa kanilang workshop. And this includes yung mga skills, like for example, yung nabanggit natin kanina na gymnastic skills, jumping, stunts, like that. So, and with the use of the pom-poms. And of course, with the different movements and styles in cheer dancing. So again, on 1950s, dito, wherein they're going to conduct cheerleading workshops. Then, let's jump to the next year, the 1960s. So, dito naman, it is just a next level of using pom-poms. So, noon, they're just going to use a different kinds of papers. But now, they are now upgraded with vinyl pom-pom. When we say vinyl pom-pom, this is like a glossy, lightweight materials. Parang siyang manipis lang. It is also yung mga makikinang na bagay. Let's say, parang mga cellophanes, or how do we call this material? Pom-poms like yung mga vinyl lang. So, for assignment, you can search that online. But for sa alam ko, this is the lightweight material. Yung mga maninipis lang siya. And then, they are like makikinang na bagay. Let me get you a sample. Sample of a vinyl pom-pom. Yan, para siyang ganito. Okay, guys. So, an example of a vinyl pom-pom is like, para siyang ganto ng makapal, wherein nilalagay natin sa ating kamay. Ayan. So, we can do it like, we're using this as a props during our cheer dancing. So, that is the vinyl pom-pom. So, on 1960s, always remember the use of a vinyl pom-pom, which was invented by Fred Gastoff. Again, vinyl pom-pom was invented by Fred Gastoff and introduced by the International Cheerleading Foundation. So, let's jump on 1967. So during this year, ayan, so nagkaroon na rin dito ng mga cheering for traditional football. So with the use of a yell, with the use of a pom-pom, different kinds of stunts or elements of basic elements of cheer dance. We have the gymnastics and stunts. Ayan, so dito naman, no 1967, dito na nila in-execute wherein they have to support the traditional football and basketball teams. And cheerleaders began supporting all school sports. Ayan, so di ba nabanggit natin kanina about yung sa dance sports? Ayan, so dance sports was done during the events, specifically during our intrams, ganun, di ba? So we are going to support them with cheerleading. So that is on 1967. And on 1970s naman, ayan. So this is the, ayan. So dito na nag-umpisa na ipakita na sa buong mundo, nationwide, kasi dito na nagkaroon ng mga television broadcast. We're in the first nationwide television broadcast of the National Collegiate Cheerleading Championships initiated by the International Leading Foundation. Ayan. And it is also the year wherein yung cheerleading is recognized receive a recognition as a serious athletic activity of the skill dramatically. Ayan. So, nagkaroon din ng mga increase in areas as gymnastics, partner stance, pyramids, and advanced jumps. Again, on 1970s, nag-increase yung level of skills such as gymnastics, partner stance, pyramids, and advanced jumps. Ayan. So, dito rin nagumpisa yung television broadcasting about international cheerleading. Ayan, so let's go on 1974. So during this year naman, ayan, so we have here the two organizations. Ayan, so we have the NCA or the National Cheerleaders Association. Ayan, so ito yung new era of cheerleading begins. Ayan, again, on 1974, it is the new era of cheerleading. It is the new era of cheerleading in a sense of, ayan, so meron tayo ditong mga specific skills wherein they introduced to us the partner stance and pyramids. Ayan, so yung mga napapanood natin in a live performance or sa mga videos, ayan, so they have there that they are going to form a human pyramid and partner stance. Ayan, so may mga, for example, may mga tao na tatayo sila sa mga shoulders ng mga partners nila, and even yung mga tao ayan, sa Ilocano term at bibinuntunda to form a pyramids. And during this time, on 1974 too, we have here Jeff Webb. Ayan, again, Jeff Webb, who founded the Universal Cheerleaders Association or the UCA. Ayan, so siya yung sa UCA, dito naganap yung mga higher level of skills na nabanggit ko kanina. Ayan, and then NCA 2 is dito din naganap yung mga wherein they are going to train hundreds of thousands of cheerleaders, maybe from the different countries or representatives from different neighbor countries or neighbor cities in the US. So that is on 1974. And on 1975, so this is the birth of cheerleading routine. Ayan, so this is just a continuation of a cheerleading routine wherein they are going to use or they're going to dance. They're going to do the cheerleading basic skills and elements with music. Again, on 1975, they have this, the birth of cheerleading, wherein UCA use cheerleading skills with music. And we have here Jeff Webbs, wherein siya yung instructors doon na nag-train nag-train sa Memphis State University, now the University of Memphis, in Tennis, South Central USA. Ayan. So, nagkaroon din sila dito ng mga trainings about cheerleading. But then, this time, they incorporate, again, the music. Again, this 1975, it was the year of a cheerleading routine and with the accompaniments of incorporation of music. So, that is 1975. Now, let's go on 1980s. So, on 1980s, ayan, so this is the national cheerleading competitions for junior and high school, even ang college. Ayan, so dito na nag-umpisa yung mga competitions in cheerleading from the different schools. And cheerleaders receive a national major in recognition as one of the most important school leadership groups to promote enthusiastic. Ayan yung sinabi ko kanina, they promote yung PEP na sinabi ko kanina. Ayan, so this is the student-led organization wherein they have their the cheerleaders that promotes enthusiastic, positive attitudes and school spirit within the school and communities. Ayan. That is on 1980s. Now let's go with 1982. Wherein during this year, they have the new style of cheerleading. So again, they request for a new style of cheerleading wherein si Jeff Webb again places a cheerleading on a new sports television network called the Entertainment Sports Programming Network or ESPN. Again, si Jeff Webb, he places cheerleading on a new sports television sa TV. Ayan, so yung TV na yon makikita dun sa channel of Entertainment Sports Programming Network. And this begins with 30 years of highlighting cheerleading in television. This is an introduction of Jeff Webb's modern cheerleading, not only on all parts of the USA, but worldwide. Ayan, so with the use of TV, with the use of media, with the use of technology, ayan, with the use of social media and let's say, internet, online, ayan, so nagra-radiate na yan. So kapag napapanood ng ibang tao yan, of course, may inggit sila, they are going to adapt, ayan, so tutularan din nila. So maybe this dito nag-umpisa yung mga, let's say, the term uso-uso every year. Di ba kasi every year may mga uso na sayaw, may mga uso na kanta or music, may mga bagong mga artists, ayan. Parang it is a non-stop na pag-evolve or development every year. Ayan, so let's jump on 1987 wherein, ayan, so nandito na naman si Jeb Webbs who has a great contribution in the organizations to develop a new non-profit entity called the American Association of Cheerleading Coaches and Administration or AACCA. So again, si Jeff Webb nag-develop ng non-profit entity called the American Association of Cheerleading Coaches and Administrations. And they're going to teach a safety test cheerleading coaches around USA. Ayan, so ang AACCA, they are going to teach and as well as the safety test cheerleading coaches around USA and eventually the world. So, ayan, so dito din nagumpisa yung mga safety measures and safety guidelines for cheerleading. And even yung mga standards in cheerleading, dito rin nagumpisa with the help of the different coaches and administrations na pinamunuhan ni Jeff Webbs. Ayan, so it is all about the safety measures, guidelines, and standards in cheerleading. Dito on 1987. So let's jump on 1988. So, dito naman, on 1988, ayan, so, yung gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, that it was, hindi lang siya nag-stop sa USA, but then it was also introduced in Japan. Again, so cheerleading on 1988 was introduced in Japan with the Universal Cheerleading Association na pinamunuhan ni Jeff Webb. Again, Universal Cheerleading Association na pinamunuhan ni Jeff Webb introduced cheerleading in Japan on 1988. And on 1989, ito naman, wherein same din, the Universal Cheerleading Association introduced the parade cheerleading performances in United Kingdom. Ayan. So from the US to Japan to the United Kingdom, where is the next destination of this cheerleading? So let's go with the next place as we go further with our discussion. Okay. So thanks with the use of technology kasi nag-evolve, nag-revolutionize itong cheer dance because of radiating. Ayan. So from this place, pumunta na doon. Ayan. So, nag-adapt din. Ikaw ba naman kapag may nakita kang bagay na, wow, bago. And then, ayan, so may inggit ka dyan kasi inggitera ka. Charot. Ayan, so may inggit ka, ayan, so mag-adapt ka, mag-adapt and then gagayahin mo rin. But then, it is in a good way. Gagayahin mo, i-develop mo, ayan, i-adapt mo, then execute mo for something like for your own or self or personal growth. Ayan. So again, on 1989, let's go back with our topic. It was then the introduce of parade cheerleading in the United Kingdom. So, ayan, so on 1990s, wherein this is the non-school-based organization na nag-umpisa na mag-offer ng mga cheer programs. Isang example ng cheer programs is during the program of sports events, intramurals. Ayan, so we also have there the national competitions for sports. Ayan, so it was, although initially started in the late 1980s, the 1990s is the beginning of non-school-based cheerleading called All-Star. So on 1990s, always remember here that they began with the programs offered, and they have here the non-school-based cheerleading is called All-Star. That is on 1990s. Let's jump on 1991. So this is the year naman wherein they have here, this is the year naman, so di ba? From the Japan, from the United Kingdom. Ngayon, pumunta na sila sa Europe. Again, from on 1991, it is wherein they begin the sports to flourish through Europe as well as the need for game cheerleading. Ayan, so because of the European advancement of modern day cheerleading accelerates. Ayan, so hindi lang siya pumupunta from one place, but then to the other place, to the next place. Ayan, hanggang pumunta na sa Pilipinas and all over the world. Okay, so this time, di ba? Sa mga ate at mga kuya natin noon or mga pinsan natin na matatanda na, they have this cheer dance na nag-umpisa. They have, wherein it is an adaptation dance. They called it sayawit. It is a combination of a sayaw and an awit wherein para lang siyang doxology, but doxology is more on from spiritual performances or spiritual presentations. Ayan, and it is mostly mga solemn and mga slow. But then sa sayawit kasi, it is more on mga joyful movements. Dapat active ka, ayan, lively. Kasi nga sayawit, it can be performed during mga different kinds of your teams, like for example sa mga science, ayan, mga science club about sa environmental awareness, even din sa mga sports, ayan, they have this sayawit with the combination of a dance and a music, and even sa mga instrumental use like mga drums. Ayan. So it was back then on 1990s. Ayan. Where are we? Okay, so on 1992, the Universal Cheerleading Association introduces to us. Ayan. So ayan, nag-graduate na from one place, pumunta na rin sa Austria and France, and even sa Ireland. And on 1994, ayan, nag-graduate na rin, nag-accelerate na rin sa Chile, that they have this, the Cheer Chile, and the South America, the Caribbean cheerleading begins. Ayan, so, napumunta na sa iba't ibang places. So, let's jump on the mga 2000 era. So, naipanganak na ako dito on the mga 2000. So, sinong naipanganak sa 2004 dyan? So, on 2004, it was then that the United States All-Star Federation, or the USAAF, or the International All-Star Federation, IASF, hosted the first World Cheerleading Championships. Again, they hosted the first World Cheerleading Championships, or the Cheerleading Worlds, at the Walt Disney World Resort. Ayan. So, ito naman yung World Championship na. Wherein, from the different countries who were a member of this cheerleading association, or naging kasali dito, or mga na-recruit na mga countries, ayan, so, they have the cheerleading competition, a worldwide competition, which was hosted, by the United States All-Star Federation sa Walt Disney World. And dito din, di ba, we have here the entertainment sports for, ayan, so, yung ESPN na yon, ayan, so, it was recorded or taped by the ESPN as to broadcast on a TV or global broadcast. Ayan. So, dito na rin nag-umpisa yung mga TV live broadcast, which has the 14 of the top selected world's team competing to the World Championship title about cheer dancing or cheerleading. Yan, on 2004, always remember that on the first World Cheerleading Championships or competition. And then on 2007, this is the year we're in. On September 2007, dito naman yung nagkaroon sila ng 19 nations or members international for Cheer Union or the ICU. So this is the additional non-profit organization kung saan they are going to develop a world championship for national teams and a world recognition effort by the international sports authorities. And same year and same month, ayan, so dito rin nag-develop yung national federations, which is the United States Federation for Sports Cheering or the USA Cheer. And they registered as a non-profit organization of the national governing body for cheer in the USA. Again, the USA Cheer is a national governing body for the cheer in the USA about the as a member of the National Federation of Cheerleading. And we have here the International Cheer Union grows from 19 to 35 member federation. That is on 2007. And then 2008 to present, ayan, the International Association for yan, Federation. Ayan, so they continue to host the World Cheerleading Championships and the ICU training continues around the world. Ayan, so it's just the continuation, the dynamic changes, and the evolution of cheer dance. So that is the timeline of cheer dancing. We started from the 1870s to present. Okay, so let's go with the different components of cheer dance. So we have here the placement, pathway, and precision. So when we say components, these are the motions. When we say motions, other terms of motion is action, movements, or let's say your gestures in doing the different styles in cheer dancing. So that includes with the composition of your hand, your arm, body positions, and we have here the three components na nabanggit ko. We have the placement, pathway, and precision. When we say placement, this is the correct location of motion that you are going to do. That, ayan, so with the placement of your arms, with the placement of your foot or feet, and ayan, with the placement of your partners, with your partners, ayan. So it has something to do with the location. Ayan, when we say placement, it is the correct location of motion or action. And also with the motion of your elbows and shoulders. And when we say pathway naman, this is the transitions wherein you are going to move from one motion to the next. So when we say pathway, from moving from one motion to the next, wherein you're going to execute the motions in the same way to achieve uniformity or unity. Ayan, so with the use of swinging motions, ayan, swinging, jumping, sliding, like that. Dapat yung pathway or yung motion nyo is in a uniform way or dapat sabay-sabay. And dito naman sa precision, okay, sa precision, so sa English, in reading and writing, kapag gumagawa kayo ng mga, let's say, mga reflective paper, reflection paper, or reflective writing, ayan, so pag sinabi natin precision, it should be clear and concise. Same true din naman sa cheer dancing, wherein you are going to be, to do the exact or precise positions. Yan. So it is refers to the sharpness of motions. Dapat yung sharpness of motions mo, di ba sabi ko kanina, that motion is your gestures, your movements and actions. So it should be yung ano talaga yung actions nyo, yun talaga yun. Dapat maging consistent kayo, maging precise yung actions nyo as a team. So, kailangan nyo ding maging simultaneous dito. Yan. And even sa mga countings ninyo, even sa mga formations ninyo, sa mga movements or mga skills, stance and mga movements, steps. Yan, dapat magkakapareho kayo or dapat magkaka-connect yung mga movements ninyo as a team. So that is the components. Let's go naman with the elements. So we have these elements of cheer dancing. The first one is the dance techniques, wherein it is depende sa inyo kung ano yung techniques nyo. If you are going to do it with a team of let's say for example, with the cheer dance competition you are in, some schools uses or prefer contemporary dance techniques. Diba kasi yung contemporary is more on yung mga unison with the simultaneous actions, with the use of body and formations, structures, rather than sa mga hip-hop wherein it is unpredictable, it is a free dance, it is with the free movements. Ayan. But then you can also combine the different genres, like for example, the techniques of jazz plus hip-hop plus modern dance, contemporary ballet, ethnic folk dance. Ayan, you can also do that depende sa mga techniques nyo, as long as you can execute the different kinds of elements in dancing or cheer dancing, and you can execute or pwede nyo siyang mai-present ng maayos and organize. Ayan, so that is your technique. So let's go naman with the elements of cheers. So dito sa element of cheers, it is where you are going to have this cheer na dapat lively, with the coordination, collaborations. Ayan. So this is used or these are used wherein you are going to respond to the crowd to highlight their support for the playing team. So ang elements ng cheers, ito yung cheer nyo or yung yell nyo to support your team. For example, sa mga naglalaro ng basketball. Ayan. So yung mga cheerer nyo dyan is yung mga bebe nyo. Ganun. Chini-cheer kayo. And these are the basic gymnastic elements in cheer dancing. So we have here the jumps and tumbling. So the first one is jumps, wherein you are going to do the jumps. Ayan, so you're going to do the jumps with your stamina or with your abdominal parts, with your strength and flexibility. Flexibility in a sense na there are sometimes kasi na you are going to jump, but then you are going to jump, di ba, pag nasa air ka na, as you are going to do the split on the air. Ayan, so dapat flexibility is something related to split action. And with the every routines of cheer dance. So, isa sa mga routines ng cheer dance is jumping. Ayan, so may mga taong tumatalon, tumatambling, ayan, nag-split, and these are the elements of jump. So we have here the approach, leap, execution, and landing. So when we're going to jump, of course, the approach here is the preparation. Bago ka, magja-jump. And then the second one is lift, wherein you're going to prepare your body. Dapat magaan lang yung pag-lift sa katawan mo, even sa mga body parts mo. And then after lifting your body, you're going to execute an extra movements on the air. Ayan, so execution, you're going to jump if you jump. And then you can, hindi lang sa pag-jump, but then you can also do the jumps split. And then, after mag-jump, of course, you're going to go back to the ground through landing your feet. So that is the jump. So dito naman tayo sa tumbling, wherein you are going to do the tumbling in a way wherein it can shake a crowd pleaser. Ayan. So mostly nauso yung tumbling na to, na parang, ayan. So it can be done through a successive movements ng sabay-sabay or tigi-isa na nakakaakit sa mga watchers or viewers na nanonood. So it can be done simultaneously or by several tumblers. Ayan. So that is about tumbling. And we have here the segments in cheer dancing. So we have the segments in a sense of the music, cheer dance, and the movements. So it can be arranged depending on squad's choreography, even the location, the duration or length of the dance. We have here the music section, wherein they're going to, they have the yell, the cheer, wherein yung tone nila, even yung loudness, that connects with the creativity of the choreography, and it also motivates the cheerleaders and the spectators. Yan. So this is the music section. It is all about your cheer or yell. Dito naman sa cheer sections, wherein you're going to support your school program during an event, especially sa mga playing games. Ayan. And it is also accompanied with a style and pace depending on the competition guidelines. So that is all about the cheer dance. Okay, so that is the cheer dance. Okay, for your activity, a reflective activity, you can put it on your notebooks. So right there, activity, reflective writing in cheer dance. Reflective writing in cheer dance. Ayan. So you can send this to your classmates. You can also replay this or rewatch forward or backward. Ayan. So happy learning, everyone. I'll be sending the link to you sa GC na lang. Okay, so goodbye.